Like school, e-learning.
Question 2 is called a paired choice question, which means you are given two options and you have to pick one. Now, the question here is formatted a bit differently than many that we've seen in the past. This question says, students should be required to take music and art classes in high school. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? Use details and examples to explain your opinion. Now, normally it says some people believe that families should have many children while others believe none at all. Those are your two options. This one is giving you a blanket statement or a general statement, and you have to say, yes, I agree, or no, I don't. It's more like some of the writing exercises that I have seen in the past. So then you have to make a decision. Do you agree or do you disagree? And then you go from there. You figure out your reasons for why you agree or why you disagree. And after that, it's pretty easy to get going once you have your opinion. Just choose whatever you think will be easiest. Oftentimes that is what you actually believe, but if it's not, it's better to choose something that you don't really believe and be able to speak it well for the TOEFL exam, only for this one. As long as you can say it well, that's all that the TOEFL people care about. So I believe, my personal opinion is that all students should be required to take a music and art class in high school. Now, this is my introductory statement. This is my general statement. I agree with it, and then I support it with evidence, like the question asked for. So this is my opinion, and then I go from there. And I have these reasons here. First, because part of a well-rounded education is art and music. Now, a well-rounded education is an education that includes everything. So you have a general understanding of math, science, history, anthropology, literature, another language, and art and music. So a well-rounded education includes all of those. And it is important for people to get a well-rounded education and not just like one area, especially in high school. Students in high school, STU students, are not meant to specialize, at least in the United States. That your high school is meant for you to study many things, become an educated person so you can go out into the world. And part of that education should be music and art. And this is because music and art are important in our culture and our history. We can learn a lot about a people, a country, by looking at their music and their art, what they create. Because the mark of a culture is what it creates. It is important to a culture to look at the music and the art of a place, even if it's your own. Even if you're looking at your own culture, it's important to get an idea about what it creates, and that includes music and art. And lastly, the last reason is you use the same area of the brain in other fields when you are studying music and art. There's only so much space in your brain, and by exercising one part of your brain in one way, it'll help you in another, especially in math and music. Math and music use the exact same section of the brain. Out throughout history, there are mathematicians or musicians that were really, really, really good at both. Because it's the same idea, it's the same concept. There's numbers in a beat, and there's only a certain amount of numbers beats you can fit in a measure, and all these sorts of things. You think about it in the exact same way with math and music. So if you exercise that area of the brain, both skills will improve. By studying music, your math skills will improve. By studying math, your music skills will improve. So they're very important to both. So even if you want to specialize in something like math in the future, it's important to get as much exercise in that area of your brain in high school. Now, for me, the best way to answer this question is to have my general statement. I agree with this statement, and then 3 reasons why to support that statement. For me, they're very clear. You just go boom, boom, boom. Be sure to include proper transitions. If it's just one long sentence without any also and therefore, it just sounds unnatural, and you just sound like you're just going off, and that you won't get a good score. So be sure to include clear distinctions between your first point, your second point, and your last point. So why don't you take a look at my response, and we'll see how you do.